Welcome to the website training webinar. This is Nicholas, your presenter, and today we will go over the beginners section, users. In this section, I'll teach you how to add users and add groups and put users into those groups. Let's get started. Okay, now we are at the home page, the home menu of our webinar. We will click on Modify Page and click on the Access tab. Click on Users. And then we have, up at the top, we have Modify Delete User. Right now we only have one user, and that's the chapter administrator. So we're going to add a user. Our user is going to be Katie Kappa, so we're going to say K Kappa, password, top secret, display name, Katie Kappa, her email address is going to be kkappa@kkg.org. And the rest of this we will leave as default, except for the groups section down here. We are going to select we'll put Katie Kappa into the chapter members group. We'll have her as active, and we'll click on Add. That is how you add users onto the website. Okay. Now that we have added a user, we're going to click on the Access tab again and click on Groups. And now we're going to add a new group. The name of our group is going to be Night Owls. Okay. And now we are going to click on the Add button. Our Night Owls group has been added. Okay. Now we are going to add another user called John Doe. Password. Email address, jdoe@kkg.org. Leave the rest here blank. And in the group section, you'll notice that Night Owls has been added to the list of groups. Now, on all the microsites that are created, you'll always have the guest group, the chapter or association administrators group, or the chapter members, and chapter members and association members group. So you should always have these three groups available to you. The Night Owls group was the one that I've just added, and that's down at the bottom here. So I'm going to select on Night Owls. We're going to click on Add. And now we have John Doe as part of the Night Owls group. Now let's say, for example, we want Katie Kappa to also be into that Night Owls group. We're going to click on Modify, and we'll say not only is Katie Kappa going to be a chapter member, but she's also going to be a Night Owl. To do this, we will hit down the Control key, and we'll click on Night Owls. And as you can see here, we have chapter members and Night Owls selected. We click on Save, and now we have Katie Kappa into the Night Owls group. So as you can see here, we have our two new users, John Doe and Katie Kappa, added. Now, one question that I've been asked is if there could be a generic username and password that all members can sign into. Yes, that is definitely possible. We can add like a username, say the name of the association, so we say association member. We can type in a password that we're going to share with all members and fill in the rest of that information. And for the group section, just put chapter members or association members. Remember, we don't want anyone to be an administrator unless you want them to make edits to the website. So keep that in mind. Members have view access to the website, and chapter administrators have administrative access to the website. Okay. So with that in mind, you can create a generic account for all your members to share their username and passwords with, or you can create an account for each member, like just what I did with John Doe and Katie Kappa. And there's also a third option to where you can use your kappa.org username and password. I would recommend the third option, probably because it's quicker for the administrator's end, and that way you don't have to type in as many usernames and passwords. Let me give a demonstration of how it works. All right, I'm going to go back to our home page here. I'm going to log out of my administrator position. Okay, now as you can see down here, login says it's asking for my username and my password, and so I'm going to go to the kappa.org website, the fraternity website. So it'll be kkg.org. Okay, now I'm going to click on member login, and I'm going to type in my own username and password. Click on sign in. Okay, so I'm now signed into the fraternity website. Now when I go back to my webinar site and I refresh the page, you'll see down here that I'll be logged into the website as an administrator. And here we go. It will say welcome back, my name, and it will, since I'm an administrator, I have the right to modify the page. So you have the option of logging into the fraternity website and then going to your chapter website, or if I log out here again, I can type in my own credentials, log in, and it logs me in just the same. So you have your fraternity username and password, or you can create a username and password on the microsite. So once again, it's recommended to use the fraternity username and password, since those are already created for you and your members. Much faster, and you don't have to manage it as much. So what happens when someone enters their username from the fraternity website, they will be entered into the user list, and you will see their users pre-fill in here into the user list. And that's pretty much what there is to know about users. Now, for the groups section, let's say, for example, you want night owls to view a particular page. Now, let's create a title or a page called the Night Owl Club. The type will be what you see is what you get. Parent, none. Visibility, we will select registered, because when someone clicks on the page, we want to ask them for username or password. Or actually, if we want to keep it private, that's possible too. So that way, if someone doesn't have the right privileges, they will not see the page. So actually, I think private would probably be the much better option. All right, now when you click on that, you'll get a registered viewers on the right here. And I'm going to have Night Owl selected. I'm going to click on Add. All right. And I'm going to type in a message here. Welcome to the Night Owl Club. Click on Save. Alright, now I'm going to log out. And now I'm going to log in as John Doe. Since John Doe is also a Night Owl member. Login. Welcome back, John Doe. As you can see, he is not an administrator. And now, also, Night Owl Club is on the bottom. And I have access to view the Night Owl Club page. Alright. Now, another thing, which I notice I can cover on this webinar, is the sign-up option, which is down here on the bottom right. There's a sign-up link. So if any members come to your website and they want to sign up for an account, they can do so by clicking on this link. And then there will be 4 fields, 4 text boxes to fill. There's the username, display name, which is the full name, their email address, and the chapter that they were initiated from. Verification. So type in the verification box just to make sure that they are a real person, they're not bots that overflow the user list. And then once all that information is filled out, they click on the sign up button, and they will appear. They will have an account on the website, and they will appear in your user list in the Access tab. Also, if you are the chapter or the association administrator, your email address is listed to receive emails for anyone who signs up onto the website. And when you receive those emails, it will say such and such person with a username has signed into your website. And it's just a notification to let you know that they have signed in using their own account, and just to give a heads up that if they are a true member, then you can promote them up to chapter member or association member. Otherwise, when someone signs up to the website, they will have guest privileges, and so they won't be able to view most of the private information that's on the site. This is to prevent normal people who are not CAP members from getting on there and seeing information that they're not allowed to see. It's a good preventative measure. So there we go. I think we covered most of the topics here. We showed how to create users, how to create groups, how to put member into those groups, and how to select or how to create pages with certain groups selected, so that way when you have someone in a particular group, they can view those particular pages you have selected. So there we go. I think I pretty much covered all of that. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact web support at kkg.org. We'll be happy to respond back to any of your questions or concerns. It's usually a 24-hour period that we usually respond back. So I think that's it.